Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we invite you to join us on a journey through a touching and powerful story that promises to leave a lasting impact. Along the way, you'll uncover valuable lessons and heartwarming surprises that will inspire and uplift you. Stay tuned until the end to discover the unforgettable message we've prepared just for you. Let's dive in. Under the shadowy canopy of hissing trees, strangers pressed forward, their spears and maces cutting through the brush. Shadows trailed behind them as tension mounted. Then came the ambush. Arrows rained down, clashing against the warriors, who countered with slings and sharp thrusts. When the skirmish ended, the travelers tended their wounded and counted their dead. This was the harsh reality of frontier warfare, where even seasoned fighters struggled to survive. These strangers were soldiers of Intigu, the great Inca Empire, which stretched across vast territories, uniting millions from the forest's edge to the desert coast, from southern plains to high peaks. The empire was bound by an intricate network of roads, overseen by towering fortresses and grand monuments, a testament to the dynasty that hailed from the mountains. The story of how the Incas came to dominate such a vast realm is a blend of history, legend, and prophecy, passed down to chroniclers and now illuminated further by the remnants of that age, stones, bones, and artifacts. While tales of collapse often capture the imagination, this is the tale of a meteoric rise, the ascent of the Inca Empire. On the fringes of history, King Viracocha began his conquests, guided by his court's counsel and the wisdom of the oracles. Among his heirs were two sons, the favored but reckless Inca Orco and the wise and valiant Inca Yupanqui. Despite Yupanqui's virtues, his father denied him luxuries, fearing his potential. Yet fate, it seemed, had greater plans for the young prince. When the Chanca people declared war and Viracocha fled Cusco with his chosen son, Yupanqui stayed behind, determined to defend the Golden City. Against overwhelming odds, he rallied the defenders, and legend holds that divine warriors aided him in battle. Victory was bloody, but Cusco stood tall. However, the prince's triumph bred envy. Viracocha, wary of Yupanqui's rising influence, plotted against him. Yet the young leader, forewarned by loyal followers, thwarted assassination attempts and emerged as a hero, defeating another Chanca assault and striking fear into his enemies. His audacious victories cemented his reputation as a savior of the Inca people. Around 1438, he claimed the sacred fringe of rulership, taking the name Pachacuti, or Earthshaker. As Sapa Inca, Pachacuti reshaped Cusco, transforming it into an expansive urban marvel with paved roads, temples, and noble residences. The city became a hub for arts, philosophy, and astronomy. Beyond its walls, Pachacuti offered security to mountain communities long ravaged by raids. In return, they submitted to the Inca Empire's unique system of reciprocity, the mita, or labor tax. Inca society thrived on cooperation, with households contributing labor for farming, textiles, and monumental constructions, while the state provided gifts and protection. Not all lords welcomed Inca rule. Early in Pachacuti's reign, a rival chieftain, Chuchicapac, brazenly challenged the Earthshaker, vowing to drink from his skull. Undaunted, Pachacuti led his warriors across treacherous mountains to confront the Coyas in battle. The Inca army, a mix of well-armed Cusco elites and less-equipped commoners, displayed extraordinary resilience. Their strength lay not only in weapons, but in an unwavering belief in their destiny. This tale of conquest and resilience remains a cornerstone of Inca heritage, portraying Pachacuti as a visionary leader whose rise ushered in an era of unmatched power and prosperity. Through alliance, warfare, and a system that blended coercion with care, the Inca Empire transformed the Andean world and etched its legacy into history. The Incas wielded an impressive arsenal of weapons, from maces and spears to halberds, clubs, and slings, each carefully employed in their methodical approach to warfare. Battles often began with a barrage of rocks and javelins to disorient the enemy, paving the way for decisive assaults. with flanking divisions poised to exploit weaknesses or reinforce as needed. During one pivotal clash, the Koyas resisted for hours until Pachacuti and his elite guard broke through their lines, capturing their leader Chuchicapac. With their spirit crushed, the Koyas fell, and Pachacuti returned to Cusco to publicly behead Chuchicapac, cementing his victory. This act sent shockwaves through the region, compelling many Altiplano lords to submit. Those who yielded willingly were rewarded with local rule and imperial privileges, while defiance was met with the full force of the Inca army, a formidable force capable of mustering over 100,000 soldiers at its height. Psychological warfare was a hallmark of the Inca strategy. Fear was their weapon as they shouted threats like, "We will drink," from the skull of the traitor and danced to the beat of drums made from his skin. Such proclamations often led enemies to surrender without bloodshed. The Incas consolidated power not through looting or destruction, but by integrating local leaders into their administrative structure and constructing storehouses brimming with supplies. These storehouses, visible on hillsides, symbolize the wealth and benevolence of Inca rule. The emperor, styled Huactacoyac, lover and benefactor of the poor, oversaw the equitable distribution of resources to ensure loyalty and stability. Without a written language, the Incas used the intricate quipu system, knotted cords of various colors, to record census data, inventory, and even history. These records enabled efficient governance and communication across the empire. Messages traveled astonishing distances via the chasquis, a network of relay runners who could cover up to 170 miles in a single day, ensuring swift coordination for both administrative and military purposes. Pachacuti's conquest extended to Lake Titicaca, a sacred site where the Incas believed the creator god Viracocha had birthed the sun, moon, and stars. The lake's ancient ruins, relics of the Tiwanaku civilization, inspired awe and reinforced the Incas' spiritual connection to their land. Yet Pachacuti's ambitions didn't end there. His campaigns pushed northward, challenging the Chimer Empire along the Peruvian coast. Employing espionage and terrain models, the Inca armies outmaneuvered their foes. His son, Tupac Yupanqui, played a critical role, leading forces that surrounded the Chimer capital and severed their water supply, forcing their eventual surrender. Tupac Yupanqui's victories extended the Inca realm and enriched it with Chimer artisans, whose skills in goldsmithing, textiles, and ceramics were unmatched. His successes marked him as Pachacuti's chosen heir, and together they governed an empire that produced monumental architectural feats like Ollantaytambo and Machu Picchu. These structures, with their seamless stonework and advanced water systems, showcase the ingenuity of Inca engineering. The Inca road network, spanning 25,000 miles, connected deserts, mountains, and jungles, enabling trade, communication, and military expeditions. Along these roads, storehouses ensured armies and administrators were supplied, while freeze-dried foods like charca, jerky, sustained long campaigns. Expansion diversified the Inca army, incorporating bowmen from forests and desert fighters, uniting over 150 linguistic and cultural groups under the Quechua language. Tupac Yupanqui's campaigns extended to the Amazon and, according to some accounts, even to distant islands. Though the truth of these maritime ventures remains debated, they underscore the Incas' ambition and adaptability. Their conquests were underpinned by a civilizing mission that exalted family, condemned cannibalism, and enforced strict moral codes. As Pachacuti neared the end of his reign, he entrusted his son with the empire's preservation and growth. His death was marked by elaborate rituals, including sacrifices and the burial of treasures, reflecting the divine reverence with which the Incas viewed their rulers. The legacy of Pachacuti and Tupac Yupanqui endures as a testament to the Inca Empire's unparalleled ingenuity, resilience, and vision, a civilization that reshaped the Andean world and left an indelible mark on history. The youth of the empire, chosen to accompany their king in death, embodied a tradition of sacrifice practiced for millennia in Andean societies. While the Incas did not regularly engage in mass sacrifices, such rituals were invoked during times of crisis or great transitions, including the passing of a ruler. Yet, the story of Pachacuti did not end with his death. The Incas believed that death was merely a transformation, with the essence of the deceased tied to their physical remains. The mummies of former kings and queens continued to occupy their estates, tended by their descendants, and consulted by shamans for guidance on imperial matters. After mourning his father, the mantle of leadership passed to Tupac Yupanqui, who immediately set out to secure the empire. His campaigns into the jungle were marked by dense forests, treacherous paths, and whispered tales of cursed lands that sapped morale and direction. Stranded and harassed by sickness and skirmishes, Tupac and his forces were eventually rescued by a loyal general. Upon returning, they found rebellion ablaze. Smoke signals carried news of the Coya's revolt. These rebels had slain Inca officials and fortified themselves, but Tupac Yupanqui swiftly raised an army tens of thousands strong, crushed the insurrection, and used the skins of their captains as war drums, a brutal warning to future dissenters. The Incas employed the Mitma policy, forcibly relocating entire populations to prevent further rebellions. Dissident groups like the Coyas were scattered, replaced by loyal subjects, while others were resettled to cultivate new lands. With the Coyas subdued, Tupac Yupanqui turned his sights southward, conquering regions of present-day Argentina and Chile. His campaigns culminated in a grueling battle against the Mapuche at the Mal River, where, weakened by the march and conflict, he chose to retreat. The empire, known as Tawantinsuyu, the land of the four quarters, was meticulously governed. Each quarter was overseen by a governor, with subordinate officials managing over 80 provinces. This sophisticated administration enabled the efficient collection of labor, resources, and tribute, which flowed into Cusco in the form of textiles, gold, and bountiful harvests. Among Tupac's architectural achievements was the construction of Sacsayhuaman, a towering fortress temple whose cyclopean walls, built from colossal, impeccably fitted stones, would astound even European chroniclers centuries later. As Sapa Inca, Tupac Yupanqui married his full sister, Mama Okio, in accordance with royal customs designed to consolidate power. Their son, Huayna Capac, inherited the throne after Tupac's death around 1493, though not without bloodshed in the struggle for succession. Huayna Capac expanded the empire further, leading campaigns into the east and north, quelling rebellions with ruthless efficiency. In one northern campaign, he nearly fell into enemy hands but exacted swift vengeance, earning the name Yawakucha, Lake of Blood, for the site of a decisive massacre. Under Huayna Capac's rule, the empire experienced an era of relative peace, known as Pax Incaica. The Incas unified a land once fractured by incessant warfare, creating a vast corridor of stability and prosperity. Infrastructure flourished, crops yielded abundantly, and common families enjoyed a newfound sense of security. The audacity and vision of Pachacuti and his successors transformed the Incas into rulers of an unparalleled domain, sustained and defended by millions. However, in the early 16th century, calamity struck. A mysterious pestilence, believed to be smallpox introduced by distant contact, swept through the empire, claiming the lives of Huayna Capac and his designated heir. As the Incas grappled with civil war over the throne, strangers of pale complexion appeared along their borders. These were the vanguard of an unknown empire, bearing steel and fire, the swords of Spain. Before we conclude, a heartfelt thanks to MyHeritage for sponsoring this journey into the past. Their tools uncover incredible stories, like an 1859 baptism record from Ireland that I never would have found otherwise. MyHeritage's 19 billion records make exploring your ancestry easy and rewarding. Use the link in the description for a 14-day free trial and start uncovering your family history today. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. If you found this story interesting and meaningful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any exciting content coming up. Leave a comment to share your thoughts. We're eager to hear from you. See you in the upcoming videos with more unique and meaningful stories. Stay with us.